And we're back, guys, to a new Gothic 2 episode. We were making our way to Onar's farm, and we're gonna get stopped by Sentenza, who's gonna ask us for some gold pieces. And for now, we're gonna pay.
Where do you think you're going?
I wanted to have a look around, that's all.
There's a heap of trouble here for men like you. Are you telling me you just want to look around? Ha! So you're headed for the farm. Why else would you have trudged all the way here, So don't give me any of that bullshit, and let me search you and you can go on your way.
Suit yourself. Search me then.
Now then, let's see what we have here. Ah, gold! It can be very dangerous carrying so much gold around. A lot of mercenaries are real cutthroats, not honest fellows like me. I only want 50 gold pieces from you. That's the toll here. And you only need to pay once. That's fair, isn't it?
So we're gonna quick save the game because I want to show you what happens if you do not have any gold pieces on you. So certain NPCs actually react in conversation if you don't have any gold pieces on you, like the bandit in the beginning. So let's just drop our gold and see what happens.
Where do you think you're going?
I wanted...
Ha! So don't give...
Suit yourself. Search me then.
Now then, let's see what we have here. You came all this way without any gold? It doesn't look to me like you're starving. You must have hidden the dough somewhere, right? Anyway, you aren't stupid. I'm sure we'll meet again. Watch out for yourself until then. You're probably the only one who knows where all your gold is. I only want 50 gold pieces from you.
Okay, and if you make your way up to the farm without paying him, I mean, if you really want to avoid him,
What do you want?
I've got no time.
I don't believe this is gonna change.
this guy will eventually alert Sentenza that you didn't pay the toll, and he's gonna ask Sentenza to come up and give you a sound beating.
That's not what I heard.
Now we're gonna go to let's see, how many learning points do we have? Not a lot. We're gonna talk to Elena.
Hello, pretty girl.
Just where did you escape from?
What's your job here?
What's your job here?
I sell the goods that we produce. If you want to buy something, just let me know. But let me warn you, I won't stand for either haggling or stealing, understood?
Show me your wares.
What can I offer you?
I specifically wanted to talk to her because she has ham and milk. Exactly the stuff that we actually need to give to Grom in order to have him teach us stuff. Now there's our old friend Cord from Gothic 1. He still teaches people how to fight with weapons. Now we're gonna just make our way to Grom. Hello, sheep. Nice, cute, bleating sheep. Now over here there is a dragon root somewhere, I think, near the stump of this tree. That is assuming I haven't picked it up just yet. I think I might have picked it up. Oh well, it's not really relevant. We can always circle back to it later. But what is relevant is to have Grom teach us how to do certain things. So here's your stuff.
Here's the food you wanted.
Fantastic. And now,
Teach me how to hunt.
what do you want to learn?
Everything. Mandibles.
The mandibles of a minecrawler or field raider have to be removed with a very strong metal lever. They are lodged very deeply in the animal's skull.
Teach me how to hunt.
What do you want?
And the horn.
Take off a shadow beast horn, brace yourself against the skull with all your might, pulling on the horn and cutting the thing out with a hard blade.
Okay, so we don't have the learning points necessary to learn how to take hearts just yet. But the thing is, in chapter 1, there aren't really any enemies that can give you hearts. So you can just hold off on that specific Um, Spending of learning points. Let's see, what can we here? Let's eat some sausages, I guess. Never hoard your food, never hoard anything in this game. So 14 more hit points. Let's say we're gonna eat a sausage. And so this is how we can kill a troll easily. Well, it's not easily, it's tedious really, but it's doable. Just go behind it and start whacking it with your sword. And you can just see how slow its turning speed is. To the point where... And after a few turns, it will eventually get annoyed and do this bellow thing it does. In Gothic Archolos, they fixed it by having trolls have a really fast turning speed, so you cannot circle strafe them. And in the Elhiver mod, they actually added a new animation where the trolls just... they flounder on the ground, I guess. I'm not exactly sure how to describe it. They throw themselves to the ground, knocking you off your feet. And when they also do that animation, they actually heal a part of their hit points. So basically, this is the entire fight right here. You just keep at its back. You can do it even with a heavy branch at level 1. You're obviously gonna do very little damage to it, but it really doesn't matter because you will be dealing damage. So eventually you can just kill it using this method, and you're gonna be rewarded with 500 experience points, which is a lot at our level. Now, after this fight, we're gonna do a quick turn of the page after this fight, because we're gonna do exactly the same thing with the second troll. There are only 2 trolls in this area. And if I'm not mistaken, there's just one more troll in the game in chapter 1, which is a black troll. And we're basically gonna kill him using the same method. He isn't really any more dangerous than any regular troll. He simply has more hit points and does more damage overall. Now, trolls in Archolos, Gothic Archolos, are really funny. I don't want to spoil it. There is a specific moment in the game when you're gonna encounter a really nasty troll that's gonna scare the living bejesus out of you. And in Gothic Elhiver, they are incredibly difficult to kill without magic, to the point they are near impossible to handle in melee. And this is basically one dead troll now. A troll hide, that's worth 300 gold pieces to Bospor.
Nothing there.
And let's get the meadow knotweed, and since it's getting
Nothing to be had there.
pretty late, we can actually pop a light scroll. Quick save the game, and I'm gonna do a quick turn of the page because we're gonna do the exact same thing with his buddy, and I don't want to waste your time with a tedious fight. So turn of the page, and we are back with a second dead troll, and we are actually very close to
Nothing
leveling
to add
up.
there.
1400 more experience points to go, and our reward is a rapier, a king sorrel, leather satchel, a nice bow, stone tablet, always nice to have,
Nothing to be had there.
and obviously the skins we're gonna sell to Bospor for 600 gold pieces, which is freaking cool. And that's pretty much it. I mean, it's a glorious fight in the sense that it's pretty rewarding. You can do it at a low level. Some might say it's exploity, but then
Nothing
again,
there.
how can you fight a troll without exploiting it? I mean, think about it realistically. If you want to fight it head on, it's going to punch you and it's going to send you flying in the air. And it's going to do a lot of damage. And even with decent armor, you will only be able to take 2, maybe 3 hits before you die. And let's face it, you aren't really equipped for that sort of stuff. I mean, you're fighting a troll hand to hand, you know? We're gonna have a lot of fun, and by fun I mean, oh my god, it's gonna suck. when we're gonna be in Gothic Arkelos and the Elhiver mod. And I think we're gonna play Arkelos before Elhiver, to be honest. And another stone tablet, sure, we'll take that. Now, since it's nighttime, we can actually handle a few field raiders, I guess. Get some more experience, get close to leveling up. You can manage to time your hits if you are patient enough.
Nothing to plunder.
Your weapon actually has way more range than you think. Now, a rapier requires 50 dexterity, but Jesus be Jesus, it gives just 100 damage. It's, by the way, one of the best
Nothing there.
weapons in the game early on. Let's just do one at a time. Let's not fight two mobs at once. Exactly what I want to avoid. Field Raiders actually do a surprising amount of damage. So yeah, the rapier, the weapon we just picked up. It's, if you're going for an archer dexterity build, really, you can just pick up the rapier. Let's say when you're level 6, if you want to really pump some points, well, not level 6, I think
Nothing
it's
to be
level
had
8
there.
or 9 before you'll
Nothing there.
actually be able to wield it. Now, since we have so many beers, we might as well drink them because they also recover mana and health. Okie dokie. At one point, we're gonna have a huge alcohol drinking session. Okay, are we at 39? Yes, we are. So what was I saying? Yeah, the rapier. The rapier is an amazing weapon if you're going as
Nothing there.
a
Nothing to be had there. Nothing to plunder.
dexterity archer build or a one-handed / archer build or even a one-handed build. It's really probably the best weapon. In chapter 1, you're gonna use it for a very long time until you acquire the master rapier, which, if I'm not mistaken, is wielded by Kasha, but you can also buy it from a merchant. It's worth a lot of money, but it's definitely worth the investment. You'll be doing in-game damage, basically, with that weapon at very low level. And, yeah. It's really a shame there's no two-handed equivalent of such a weapon in Chapter 1.
Nothing to plunder. Nothing to be had there.
Okay, so we have a couple of lurkers there, another field raider, and my goal right now is just to kill a few more mobs so we can get to the next level. Because I really want to pump some points into strength. And the rest of the points I want to start pumping into dexterity, I think. Oh, yeah. We need to pump 10 more points
Nothing
into
to be had
dexterity.
there.
Jeez.
Nothing to plunder. Nothing there.
Okay, so what else we have? We have the mushrooms we are gonna consume. Okay. Let's kill all... No, let's just draw one lurker in. Okay. Come here, buddy. So you have to be really careful, by the way, when you're fighting at night, because fighting at night means that if you hit midnight, when you're in combat, a mob will heal to 100% health. And you really need to be careful if you're fighting something like a troll. I actually had that happen to me once. I was fighting the black troll. It was 11 o'clock. The troll was nearly dead. And then midnight came. And it healed to 100%. I had to pop a couple of healing potions there because,
Nothing
yeah,
to be had
I'm
there.
gonna avoid lurkers
Nothing
from
there
now
to be had
on
there.
for the simple reason that they take a lot of resources to just take one down. If we had a two-handed weapon, we could easily keep it at bay. nice part of two-handed weapons is the reach. Most mobs
Nothing to be had there.
you can actually
Nothing to be
easily
had
keep at
there.
bay beyond their attack range, and that's why I love going for two-handed weapons. Also the damage, they do a lot of damage, but it's down to preference really. One-handed weapons are just as valid. Okay, come here, Buggy. I feel like I'm in Starship Troopers, man. I'm doing my part over here. Okay. Just
Nothing to be
counting
had
down the
there.
experience
Nothing
points
there.
till a level up. And after we're gonna finish, when we're gonna talk to everybody on Onar's farm, we're probably gonna go do a couple of more areas
Nothing
near
to be had there.
Kurenes.
Nothing to plunder. Nothing there.
They are normally very dangerous areas, but if you have a bow and a lot of arrows, or a crossbow and a lot of arrows, you can pretty much just easily expend all your arrows and kill enemies safely from a distance. The area I'm referencing is
to be
a
had
valley
there.
near Kurenes, which has a lot of wargs and a couple of shadow beasts. Okay, let's pop one more. Okie dokie. Let's pop a blue elder because it restores mana and hit points. The area I'm referencing, yeah, it has a lot of wargs and shadow beasts, but there are plenty of ledges you can take advantage of. Okay, we just want to draw them one at a time. Okay. Nice. Okay, 500 more experience points.
Nothing to be had there. Nothing there.
Okay, thank you. Let's see. Field Raider on the left, Lurker on the right. We're gonna avoid the Lurker. For now, at least. Okay. Fights really seem so long because
Nothing
we
to be
have
there.
no training in one-handed weapons or two-handed weapons at all. So this build is actually a bit difficult to pull off, precisely because you need to spend your learning points in a certain way. Okay.
Nothing there.
But then again, a lot of encounters in the game, you can handle them pretty
Nothing there.
easily if you have either the resources on hand, like spell scrolls, or if you have Bandit's Rapier, another clue. So yeah, there's basically a trail of Bandit's Rapiers that lead to the big weapons cache the bandits have. And over here, I'm not sure if I explore this area or not of plants. But anyway, we're gonna kill just a few more mobs, go to Lars, have him teach us how to be stronger. Should be a few blood flies over here and a couple of wolves. Let's handle the wolves first because they are really not that difficult. A couple of wolves we can easily handle. The boars are more difficult. Okay, one wolf is down. And you can actually time the hits exactly so they connect in mid-jump. It's very difficult to do, to be honest. Another way to do
Nothing there. Nothing to be had
to
there.
do wolf fights is to just try to jump backwards. Well, back away, I mean. So you take advantage of the small iframes you get. Now, this little goblin section, this little goblin infested cave, it's not particularly difficult by itself. The issue is the number of goblins. Now, a couple of goblins we can pretty much handle at once, but anything more than that, it's just a gamble. Now, let's see. How can we pull this off? So many tablets, by the way, so many tablets. We're gonna eventually learn how to read these tablets, but they are not on the list just yet. So let's heal up. Eat some healing plants, I guess, because we have a lot of them and we really don't need them. Swampweed we are gonna need later on. There is a quest that there's actually a couple of quests related to Swampweed. Now let's see if we can handle maybe one or two goblins. Two goblins there, okay. Okay, that's one. The problem with goblins is that they really know how to strafe around you, and they do a lot of damage because of that. Black goblins especially. Okay. And there are even more powerful versions of goblins, like goblin warriors, and this is exactly what I wanted to happen. We leveled up exactly before midnight. So we're gonna do a quick turn of the page and go to Lars. And this is a valuable statue of Enos.
Nothing there.
Which is the object of a quest.
Nothing to plunder. Nothing there.
Now, the statue of Enos, I'm just gonna temporarily drop over here. Okay. Let's open these leather bags that we have. Apple tobacco. We have a lot of stuff we're gonna sell to... perfect, our light went out just at the right moment. Now we're gonna go do a quick turn of the page and go to Lars and have him teach us how to be a better, stronger fighter. So I want to unequip the Belt of Force and unequip the Ring of Force. How much strength do we have? 24 without any upgrades. Cool. So let's go to Korenis. And okay, we're back with Lars, and let's have him teach us some
Teach me something.
strength. Okay, and 5 more to 44. Thank you very, very much.
Good. Your strength has increased.
Cool, cool, cool. And now when we equip our Belt of Strength and the Ring of Force... By the way, I visited Brian in Bospor and sold my stuff. Now we can actually equip a Rusty Axe, which has a decent range and does about the same damage as a sword, but the advantage is the range. The range is exactly the thing that I really want to invest in. Now, let's see, it's almost midnight. So at this point, what we should be doing, we could do a couple of things. Now, there is, you know what I'm gonna do actually, and let's just focus on one task at a time. Let's sleep until morning. So the first thing we want to do is sleep. Okay.
That will never change.
We're gonna go visit Edda, sleep in her bed.
Really, how interesting.
Could you cook?
Nothing.
That's not what my husband...
Thank you, Edda. Yeah. And we can pretty much sleep until morning. So afterwards we're gonna go to Onar's farm. So it would be... I am curious about something. Oops, sorry about that. We have 142 hit points out of 236. That's actually not a bad hit point scale. So let's just sleep with our axe on ourselves because, yeah, sure, we're not gonna get damaged by it or anything.
No.
Yeah, okay, come back tomorrow. Sure. Now let's just go to Onar's farm. It's morning, and let's talk to Errol over here. We're gonna end the episode near Errol. Why not? And this here is your hut.
This here is your hut?
Yes. Why? Anything wrong with it?
Don't you have any problems with the mercenaries?
As long as I don't interfere with their business, they'll leave me alone too. Moreover, they're good customers, and I pay them to keep an eye on my house when I'm not home.
Okay, so now that we are finally at 44 strength, we can ask Carol to show us how I can hit harder.
Show me how I can hit harder.
Right. Pay attention. There's a simple trick. When you hit, you don't take strength from your arm, but from your entire body. Turn your hip, bring your shoulder to the front, and stretch out your arm at the same time. If you hit right, you'll notice the difference.
The cool thing is that that is an actual real advice
Show me
on
your
how
wares.
to punch
There isn't much choice,
properly.
I'm afraid.
It's really cool that the advice is not pointless. That's exactly how you should punch somebody with your whole body if you're ever forced into a fight. So these are some lovely weapons that we cannot use yet, but we will eventually be able to build a light two-hander. Okay, so we bought that lovely life potion for a lot of money, and we are poor again. Okay, I think this is a lovely moment to end the episode right here with this rainy morning. So I want to wish you guys a wonderful day. And if you like the video and all that jazz, you can always support the channel if you want to buy me a coffee, so we can share more games and stories together. As always, guys, remember, the most important story in the world is your own. Cheers, guys, and take care of yourselves.